EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He finds McCoy. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. The first-round pick looking comfortable in this offense. First down.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. They'll look to throw now on first down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's McCoy. And they'll get this down to the 10. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has. If he finishes out this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the 49ers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. Moody good with the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. The drive will begin with a run by Benson. A very tough run, but for a short gain out near the 32. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. You look at this Niner defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it?
Finding his target, it's Trey McBride.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
On first down, it's Benson.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Here's Herbert. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use him. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no, incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Herbert. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive. Man coverage is certainly a staple of their defense, and it's built for plays like that, forcing that incompletion.
Now a 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. A short one here, caught by McBride. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5. Now it's Herbert. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Niners are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on one throw.
They go play action here on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. These two teams met up earlier in the year, back in Week 4, and it was the visiting Niners who won that ball game, so they'll look to make it a clean sweep here at home in Santa Clara. 2nd and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A big play there with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make the score 14-0. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Here's 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Over the middle, complete. It's Benson. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Herbert now. Open man here is Benson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Short one here, caught by McBride.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Goes right back to McBride.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Benson. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. That will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the side.
Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they felt like they could take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Over the middle, complete. It's Benson. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Back to throw here, Herbert. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's McBride. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. That's to McBride, and he has it. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Elliott good with a PAT. And that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him, and he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. He winds up getting only a couple there, down to the 29.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll set up a throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
And I feel like my man, Old Mo, momentum might be changing jerseys right now. How about what they just got done? They scored a touchdown their last drive. Now here's a 3 and out. Maybe momentum's getting ready to creep to the other sideline.
And this is going to be roughing the kicker, an inexcusable penalty, Charles.
You've worked so hard to hold him to a 3-point kick. Now you're giving him the ball again with a chance for a touchdown.
Now a play fake here on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's Herbert. His early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 83 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Right back to him on first down.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
The Niners sitting at a very solid 4-2 record through the first 6 weeks. They come in playing pretty good football, winners of 4 of their last 6 games.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take this one down to about the 23-yard line.
3rd and 9 here.
On play action, they'll throw.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. And the Cards are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
That pick hurts a little extra because it was third down. You were already in field goal range.
You know what he's going to hear all night, all next week? Situational football. Understand what's going on, because you expressed it perfectly. 3 points were in their hip pocket. They had those. Now, those went by the wayside. You cannot make those kind of mistakes.
That's what you call a rookie mistake. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. On Herbert, his third interception. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, this is just crazy. He's got 3 interceptions, Charles, and we haven't even departed the first half of this ballgame.
I think if you're looking at the stats right now, you're saying, all right, who's the leading receiver? Well, can you flip it around and say that maybe he is and could be for the game the way that things are going right now? I think if it's him, he wants to be on the field at all times.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Moody good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Now 2nd and 3. Back to throw. Herbert. He finds his man. Complete. That's Benson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their 2nd, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting it once, you get first-half scores just like this one.
Herbert back to the air. And he comes back with one complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we will not see a return of the dynamic kickoff. And the first drive of the second half will commence from the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
He finds his man, complete. It's Benson. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. Running out of the gun here with Benson. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They'll go again with Benson. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Back to throw now on first down. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick 6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Looking to throw. Herbert. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And the Cardinals are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. Back to throw. Herbert. Staying on his feet. Escaping the pressure right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Partner just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Touchdown! Trey McBride with a milestone career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Cardinals are back within a score. Elliott good on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
2nd and 11. This one caught by Kittle. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And now here's a carry heading left. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Back to throw here. Pressure comes and down he goes. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
The lessons will continue, but this rookie, he's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And no sidestepping that hit. He's going to be brought down hard, and it also sets up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And good coverage there by the punt team. They're able to get down there and drop him with authority. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Herbert. That is incomplete.
One of the great coaches said football is a really simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Out of the gun, Herbert. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Down the right sideline. And finally down at the 9-yard line. Here's Herbert. This will be caught at about the 6. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the fourth and final quarter. Second and goal from inside the 5. Herbert throwing again. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line.
That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. Third and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly four-down territory. Herbert. He's got Anderson right side. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up fourth down. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
The kick by Elliott is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. That's caught downfield by Kittle. Look at the big fella go. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball.
And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
So here's Moody back out there now to send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, you know, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. And that is incomplete. Well, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, He stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Now it's Herbert. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. They go play action here on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Amon-Ra St. Brown. With career touchdown number 96, he joins Eric Dickerson on the all-time list. And the 49ers have put this one to bed here in the 4th quarter. Moody good with the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Herbert now. Open man right side is his running back. It's complete downfield. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. To the air again, Herbert. Touchdown, Cardinals. Trey Benson with career touchdown number 109. That ties him with Barry Sanders on the all-time NFL list. And the Cards have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. And he will get into the end zone to cut the lead a little bit further. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. The Cardinals say they have it. They do. Arizona recovers. Well, that certainly makes things more interesting. You get the score, then you get the onside kick. A little uphill battle still, but a start.
It's not mission accomplished, but the plan is working. They're in a great spot right now, and the best part, they put the defense right back out on the field after having already scored.
Yeah, they've got the momentum here now. They'll start on the ground with Benson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Pass complete there to Harrison. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. A short one here, caught by McBride. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Back to throw here, Herbert.
Goes right back to McBride.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere, in the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line.
Here now, 2nd and goal.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown.
Justin Herbert.
A 16-yard touchdown run.
And the Cardinals have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Elliott good with a PAT. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That time the right guard sending him backwards.
And so many different types of guys rotate in on the defensive line now, depending on situations. You can get the bulky guy, the fast guy. No matter what, though, you can't hold them.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. A big play there. 51 yards.
And the Niners use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Moody good with the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead.
So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert going to throw.
And this is thrown to the sideline. No receiver in the area, though, and that's going to bring out a flag.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Herbert.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. Clock management, definitely critical here.
And now it appears that the referee's been buzzed, and we'll get a review. And this being inside 2 minutes of play, everything coming from up above. So the folks in New York just going to wind up confirming what the official saw, as this play will stand as is. Now Herbert.
Steps away to his left.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another
He's got a man, complete. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Elliott on for the extra point. And the lead is down to a field goal now. So still a small chance here with a little over 30 seconds to go, but they're definitely going to need this one to bounce their way. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock stops with 23 seconds to go in the game. And they take a knee.
Listen, anytime you take a knee to end a game, that means you've won it. So it doesn't matter whether it's home or on the road, but there's something a little extra special about doing it in front of your home crowd, isn't there?
And the home crowd applauding. They're happy with what they've seen. Chalk this one up in the left-hand column for a win.
Yeah, that's right. Head to the locker room, throw the wristbands in the crowd for the kids, your gloves, your towels. Get to share it with the home team.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
Yeah, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one, because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to one possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for San Francisco, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.